What's going on YouTube?
Washington.
This is Marty for here once again. Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Jamarty 4 here once again, and we're here to review the latest episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 4 episode, shit, what number is this? Episode 4, I think. So, I'm here working at home from today, so I'm here in my little comfortable house clothes, bitch. That's how I know y'all comfortable with y'all. But anyway, this episode was kind of you know, it was almost like another setup episode for something much more interesting the following week. But we're still going to talk about the few good things about it. So if you see me looking over here, I have my notes here. And as a matter of fact, I think I want to put them right here. Or no, better yet, hold on. Get this shit. Should I do it like this? There we go. I'm going to do it like that. So it starts off with Stevie J and Joseline. Stevie J is in his room on his guitar writing a song or what have you. And Joseline comes up in that same wig that she just met Mimi with. And goes in to talk about, like, you know, the whole meeting that she had with Mimi. And she was like, I was up with this bitch and she was saying that I was supposed to apologize. And you know damn well I wasn't going to go out there to motherfucking apologize, Stevie. And he was just like, Stevie J at this point is just kind of like, look, I'm trying to get clean. I ain't trying to fuck with y'all in the bullshit. I'm kind of zen right now. I ain't trying to get all hyped up with you and all this tomfoolery or whatever that is, that word. Tomfoolery, girl. I'm trying to get up that word that Forrest Rocks came up with a while back. But anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about if y'all watch our channel. And he's just like, I ain't trying to deal with all this right now. I'm just trying to get my shit together. And you coming in with all this stuff, I ain't really too much trying to hit at. And I believe this is where he also mentioned where she has to try to be off of drugs for an entire year. And Johnson kind of looking like, I like to smoke, and I'm not about to stop drinking at this point in my life, so we'll have to see about that. I don't really want to talk too much about Kina and Tony and their whole baby situation. I mean, it's cute, but it's really not that interesting, at least not yet. Everything that happened with Kina was pretty much she was her and her husband is trying to put all their life saving into some get rich quick scheme. I'm like, you're going to really choose now when you already have one child together, all this debt, trying to finish this album, and you're going to literally put all the money that you have, and you have a baby literally coming out the motherfucking cooch as we speak, and you want to put all your life savings into a motherfucking get rich quick scheme, trying to talk like, oh, the payoff, a lot of risk means a lot of payoff. Well, a lot of risk can also mean a lot of loss too, bitch. So it just doesn't seem like a smart decision, and hopefully Kina doesn't go through with whatever the fuck you're talking about. But that's neither here nor there. That whole situation was kind of I mean, they met up with Jessica 9-Piece, and of course, you know, Kina likes ass. So she's all flirting up and doing all this other stuff with this girl. And I'm just like, see, this, I don't want to segue into, I don't want to get too off topic, but this is one of the reasons why I couldn't be with somebody who was bisexual, because they're literally looking at everything and everybody. Like, you don't know who's just a friend and who's just a fuck buddy. You just don't know. So that's why it could never just be me. I need somebody to pick a side. Damn it. You can't have best of both worlds. Anywho, so Kina and Chan, she's not as interesting to me yet. Maybe she'll get more interesting later, but right now, Karli and Rasheeda, this whole debacle, they tried to meet up with each other and talk about what happened at the store. Okay, like I said in the last review, Karli was wrong for not approaching Erica with the problem directly and actually saying to her, hey, I'm going to go do this because you ain't doing shit. So that's where Karli was wrong. But at the same time, I understand that she was, you know, trying to get her shit together. So she was like, well, bitch, if you're not doing it, let me find somebody else who will. Then on the other hand, you got Rasheeda, where I understand, okay, she's trying to, you know, stick up for her friend Erica, that was wrong, and this, that, and the fourth. But you getting all loud and trying to be all huff and puff with Jessica when she was pretty much kind of speaking the truth. Like, y'all are coming into the establishment on a day where we're trying to celebrate. Y'all bringing all this drama. You want some fuck shit, Rasheeda. So I understand where they were both coming from, so they were trying to, talk it out. But what was the interesting part for me in this conversation particularly was Karli and Rasheeda saying that they both, well, no, first Rasheeda was saying that she has $1 million business at home. I ain't trying to say that, it's a flop, but $1 million business? I feel like if he was having $1 million business, opening a store would be like that. Even with Kirk, it is $3,500 a month apartment. If you have $1 million business and you're making money like that, you shouldn't have the problem that you so-called say that you haven't. And Karli Red, girl, talking about $1 million, $1 billion business with you and acting and all the other stuff. I'm like, Karli Red, don't sit here and try to make us believe like you got another literal lucrative form of income other than Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Don't try to play us, girl. Or at least, if that is the truth, show me the receipts. Because it seems like you just be opening stores. You had that weave thing last season that you opened. Where is that? Are you still managing that? You haven't spoken about that. So I just feel like you just opening shit on the show and then it closes down after the season is over because nobody longer gives a fuck. So that's what I just try to feel like. I'm like, Karli Red, don't sit here and put this front like you got all these motherfucking $1 billion businesses, bitch. Girl. I was just too floored. They both like, well, they got $1 billion businesses, but yet y'all still on this motherfucking reality show. But moving right along. Mimi and Stevie J meet up in this church, and I'm just like, y'all gonna really bring the Lord into this? How disrespectful. And they're just talking about the meeting that he had with Mimi, and it seems like Stevie J is kind of siding with Mimi, trying to see like, oh, she didn't apologize. I'm like, she didn't, you know damn well you was not going to expect Joseline to apologize to this girl. And he tried to say that she's wrong and all this other shit. But Mimi, don't think that we didn't catch that you just kind of admitted like, thank God this man can still make me laugh, and like and he was like, or she was like, I still love you, I still got love for you and shit. I'm like, girl, we know that you still love this man. I can't necessarily understand. Well, I mean, I can try to understand, but honestly, for truly, considering all that he has put you through, why make yourself go through it even more? Like Mimi, I think we agree that Mimi gets a kick out of being embarrassed and being with men who treat her like shit because it gives her some sort of rush, some sort of sense of adventure or something. I don't know. Stevie J was still going on about how he doesn't want to be this person anymore and how they still need to be together, or not be together, but get along, as he says, for the sake of Eva and all this other shit. I'm just like, this whole scene felt like it could have been replaced with something better, but it is what it is. Now, I guess the most interesting part of this episode was the part that dealt with Seena, Katie, and Young Jock. So Seena comes to, I guess, one of Katie's real estate offices and pretty much shows her this iPad with the surveillance video footage of her and Young Jock doing what it do. I guess not fully, since it was said that they didn't go all the way. Whatever. But it was enough so that Katie could clearly see what the hell was going on. Now, my confusion comes in as to why Katie was getting then upset with Seena when Seena told you this is what he's doing, okay? And I'm just letting you know. And then she gets mad at her. I'm like, this is still going on, like where the women get mad at the other woman when it's you're not with her. You're with this dude. If it wasn't for this dude, the other lady wouldn't have shit to do. Now, mind you, it is kind of fucked up that if you're a woman and you know that this man is in a relationship, then you're still pursuing him. That's fucked up on his own degree. But at the same time, she's not in a relationship. So it it's his responsibility to be doing, you know, what he's supposed to do. But yeah, KD got upset with motherfucking Seena, stepped on her iPad, which had to have obviously been paid for by VH1, because, bitch, you step on my expensive Apple product, we about to go down for our tens, bitch. Because she was way too calm. Whoo, girl. But yes, so and then she tossed her purse and shit. I'm like, Seena, you are being the bigger woman here. And I commend you, bitch, because KD would have got them hands. Okay, we would have whooped that bitch. Anywho, so I guess KD finally has her evidence, and she gets home. She brings Jock home. She's like, "Ooh, baby, I've been thinking about you all day at work. I just want to do something special for you, like lay down on the bed, and I'm gonna cuff you, and we're just gonna get into some nasty shit." And you know, Jock being a nigga is like, "Ooh, yeah, sure, yes, God," and well, it wasn't like yes, God, but you know, he starts feeding her. She starts feeding him strawberries and all this other stuff, and then she's like, you know, your baby mama number 4, as you know her to be, Seena, came to my workplace and she showed me something very interesting. And he starts showing the video, and he just got the motherfucking boo-boo face, like, oh fuck. And he's like, this is entrapment. Like, me and Seena, we gonna have a talk about this. I'm like, nigga, you're the one doing the wrong shit. Like, it kills me how these dudes try to blame everybody else but themselves when they fuck up. Well, I tell you. But anywho, she starts whooping his ass with a belt and shit and just leaves him there strapped. I'm like, he's like, don't you leave me here by myself. I'm going to guess that the cameraman is the one that untied you when the scene was over. Anywho, where are we at? Joseline and Stevie J try to go to Stevie J's counselor, I guess, because it kind of makes no sense if he's going to go through all this recovery process and yet he's going to go back home where his wife is going to bring those same drugs and same, you know, bad environment habits around him. And he's like, he tells her that he has to be, you know, not around that for a year or he's going to get in trouble. And she's just like, well, I don't know if I can do that for a year. And he pretty much tells her, like, maybe you need to get in this motherfucking rehab chair your damn self. And she tries to go into this whole thing about Stevie J trying to control her, and that's when she starts to lash out and shit. And I'm just like, look, if this is what he said, like, if you want somebody to recover, if somebody that you love is a recovery from something, you can't bring them around in that same area or that same environment. It's stupid. It's counterproductive to what the fuck they're trying to do. So I don't see how Joseline was sitting up here trying to say, like, oh, she doesn't know she could do it for a year. But yeah, she's like, oh, well, you know, I'll try to do it for my husband. I'm just like, yeah, okay, we'll see, bitch. We'll motherfucking see. I am kind of skimming through this. Niko and his wife. He convinced her, they moved to like 2 levels from where he lives, and he's telling her, I don't even understand. Goddamn thing. I don't even understand why Margo, the wife, is so upset. Like, you don't know who Niko is. I feel like a lot of this shouldn't come as a surprise. I guess I'll put it that way. And like, what did you think he was doing this whole time? I'm just wondering. Like, she's mad about, she's like, how involved were you with Mimi? Like, you saw how involved he was with Mimi. Like, you could see they were involved in the bathroom, they were involved in the bedroom, they were involved in many other places. So and she's just trying to be upset and not divorce him, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Why not? Do y'all have kids? I don't think they have any kids. I haven't seen any. So I don't understand the necessary reason to hang on to this motherfucker. And at the last minute of the episode is when Joseline meets up with Margo, and I guess their commonality is a disgust for Mimi, so that's going to be her little ally. So we're going to see how this goes, and it should be interesting. But that was pretty much the episode, you guys. It was kind of meh. Next week looked like it's going to be a little bit interesting because Tiffany Fox and Jessica Dimepiece are supposed to get into it as both trying to be a part of Mimi and Stevie J's management company. So we're going to see how that works. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm about to actually record my RuPaul's Drag Race episode review right after this. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe. wash.